Apologies that we're starting a little bit late. I'm going to start as supposed. Without further ado, I would like to just let us get acquainted with the safety and protocol within our facility. It's customary for us for every event that holds here that we get everyone acquainted with that safety drill. And it's a video, and the video will play immediately. I want you all to just watch and take notes of our safety protocols. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the Nigerian Stock Exchange Event Center. At the Nigerian Stock Exchange, your comfort and safety is our priority. As part of our health and safety policy, please listen to the following announcement. For your convenience, the restrooms are located to your right, just outside the door of this event hall. In the unlikely event of an emergency, 2 exits have been provided for your use. A stairway that you can access from the lift lobby just before you enter the event center. Another emergency exit is located right behind the stage's backdrop. The door can be opened by pushing the handle. Please do not use the elevators during an emergency. Rather, locate the nearest exit from where you are sitting in a calm and orderly fashion. Emergency responders will also be available to provide additional instructions as required. Please switch off your cell phones or activate the silent function so we don't interrupt the proceedings here today. Once again, welcome and do enjoy your stay at the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
Thank you very much for that. I would like to use this moment to introduce to us the MC of this event. I will co-MC with the MC actually. I would like to introduce Blessing Abeng, co-director of Startup Grind, to the MC this event. Please give it up for her.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Guys, I can hear you. You're not very excited. Some energy in the room. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
That's you. You're welcome to the first ever hackathon of the Nigerian Stock Exchange in capital of all the capital markets as a whole. We're super excited to be having this one. It's a big deal. I mean, you're here to witness this milestone. So a round of applause, please. Thank you so much. So, this hackathon, the 2019 X-Kathon, we're going to come up with a very cool theme. So every time there's a theme, a sort of answer, call and answer situation. So whenever I say the 2019 X-Kathon, your response should be making a difference in the capital market. Should we practice? Yes. The 2019 X-Kathon. Okay, so we're going to keep doing this like at different moments while we have this event. I'm super excited to be here. This event was done and organized by the Enterprise Innovation Hub of the Stock Exchange, the NSE Innovation Hub. And the reason this event, or this hackathon in general, came about was because there was a whole lot of innovation in the fintech space. We noticed we had savings, fintech startups come up with we've had fintech startups come up with saving platforms, we had fintech startups disrupt the markets with loans. A few worthy of mention would be Cowrywise, Piggyback, or rather now PiggyVest, Quick Check. A lot of businesses have come up with very disruptive ideas to help us innovate what banking and what financial service used to be. But this innovation and disruption has not really made its own impact within the capital market as much. And some of the reasons could be because it's not demystified enough for people to understand. There are so many reasons that this probably has happened. But the beautiful thing is the NSE Innovation Hub noticed and decided to make a difference in the capital market by investing in young individuals, great participants who have come up with great ideas that can now disrupt the capital market. They might be startups today, but they will become PLCs tomorrow. Participants in the house, how far? Did you hear what I said? Startups today, PLCs in the future.
Yes, sir.
Abby?
Yes.
So, really moving forward, I would like to recognize a few people. Actually, I'm recognizing everybody, but then we have special VIPs, contestants, and amazing people in the house that I want to mention. First, let's recognize our contestants. So, if you're here and I call your business name, just wave or scream or do something cool so we know you're in the house. Team King. Team FinFit. Okay. Team Fantasy Stock Exchange. Team Streetbit. Team Echo Trade. Team Troll. Okay. Team Riqui. Team Investors Masterclass. Team Nigeria Learn. Team Coinja. Oh, great. Nice to have you around. We'd also like to recognize our VIPs, NSE Executive Management. Thank you so much for coming. The Nigeria Securities and Exchange Commission. Thank you so much for coming. We're happy to have you here. The CSCS. Are you in the house? Thank you so much for coming. So, we would also like to thank our sponsors and jury council, Armed Securities and Investment One. And thank you, Six Stars, as well, for being here. So going forward, we would like to open this event with the keynote speech by the NSE CEO, Mr. Oscar Onyema, OON. A round of applause.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
I hope you're all excited to be here. I'm very excited to be here. I think that the future is really in the fourth industrial revolution. So you should all give yourselves a round of applause for it. I'm pleased to welcome you to this edition of the Nigerian Stock Exchange Hackathon, tagged X-Kathon, and the first of its kind in the Nigerian capital markets. This year's edition themed Millennials Participation in the Capital Markets draws inspiration from the need to ramp up retail investors' participation in the market with a focus on the millennial demographic, which we believe constitutes the market of the future. It is worthy of note that NSE is fully aware of the tectonic shifts in the global business environment occasioned by the fourth industrial revolution and how smart, nimble tech startups have become global economic catalysts. Fintechs are generally perceived as disruptors across the financial ecosystem, but we see them as allies and partners because self-disruption is a necessity for growth and sustainability. In a bid to unlock latent economic value for business transformation within the capital market and the country at large, the NSE has put together a number of actionable steps and strategic initiatives, and the X-Kathon is one of such initiatives. Worthy of mention is also the NSE Growth Board, due for launch this quarter, NSE membership in the FinTech Association of Nigeria, and other collaborations with innovation hubs and bodies locally and around the world, which are other dimensions to the enterprise innovation focus. Over the past decade, the banking sector has witnessed varying forms of disruption by fintechs. The impact of this has brought about the release of massive value within the sector to the benefit of the entire ecosystem. The capital market, on the other hand, has not enjoyed the same wave of disruption by tech startups. This could be attributed to various reasons, including but not limited to the sophistication of the market and the deep knowledge gap on market instruments and processes. In spite of these challenges, we are seeing pockets of disruptive trends within the capital market. These are in the form of alternative investments and capital raising platforms, crowdfunding ventures, and social funding business models. At the NSE, we are poised to actively engage the massive potential of creative enterprise in our nation and provide a template for corporate venture capitalism that is much needed in our business environment. A cursory look at the entries received at the X-Kathon, reveals that our young people are blessed with amazing ideas and entrepreneurial hearts that are yearning for opportunities of expression. Therefore, we are gathered here today at the 2019 X-Kathon to offer our support to these brilliant solutions that are potentially capable of changing the current narrative and exploding retail participation in our market. The success of this hackathon will be heralded by the deployment of the solutions hatched from it over the next couple of months. Working closely with our Enterprise Innovation Hub, the objective is to onboard these ventures into our world-class incubation and acceleration programs and groom them for local success and global relevance. The process leading to this grand finale was very competitive. As such, we consider the finalists as winners in their own rights. You can clap for yourselves. It's not easy to get there. I think we had over 100 entries, and there are 10 of you standing. So, also, we welcome other corporates to engage and support these startups towards the collective benefit of the capital market ecosystem. In conclusion, I would like to congratulate every team that has participated in this hackathon and the finalists who are here today. I also appreciate our partners, ARM Securities, Investment One Securities, and Six Stars for their kind contributions to this event. I also thank our Apex regulator, the Securities and Exchange Commission, for supporting us and being here today. In the same vein, I want to thank the jury for their time, sense of judgment, and valuable perspectives, and all our distinguished guests for making our time to be here. To the extraordinary teams at the Enterprise Innovation Hub and the Corporate Communications Department who worked hard to put this hackathon together, thank you for your efforts and well done. I trust that today's event will be a crucial reference point towards greater things to come as we pursue our corporate mandate of building Africa's preferred exchange hub. Let the battle begin. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for this keynote. A round of applause, please. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Thank you very much, Mr. CEO. Appreciate your support. Without further ado, we'd like to recognize personalities before we go into the next item of the agenda, which is the introduction of the panel of judges. We have in our midst today members of the NSE executive management team. Most of them are still carrying on the business of the NSE, but they will join us. But for the ones here, I'd like to introduce them. Please join me in recognizing the Divisional Head of Trading Business, Mr. Jude Chemeka. A round of applause. Thank you, sir. Also, we have in our midst the doyen of the floor of the exchange. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Sam Ndata. All protocols duly observed. I would like to just take this event into the next item on the agenda by inviting the jury panel. Please do them the honor of an applause when I mention their names. All right. First on the jury panel, we have the Divisional Head of Trading Business of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Mr. Jude Chemeka. Please, a round of applause for the panel. All right. Next to that, we have from our Apex regulator, the Deputy Director and Head of Operations at the Securities and Exchange Commission of Nigeria, Mrs. Hafsat Rufai. Please, a round of applause. Next to that is the Head of Clearing and Settlement at the Securities at the CSCS PLC, Mr. Fola Kade Adeyemi. Please, a round of applause. Next to that is the General Manager for 6 Stars Nigeria, Ms. Alessia Babushi. And then the last member of the panel is the Head Enterprise Innovation Hub at the NSE, Mr. Nsikak John. Now that we have the jury, panel, the X-Kathon was designed to have some folks which we refer to as the jury council. If we give everyone the platform to ask questions, this X-Kathon could actually drag for the whole day. So the jury council will assist the judges in questioning the pitches so that we can extract maximum value from the pitch. And I would like to introduce our jury councils for today. Please help me recognize them with a round of applause. We have Mr. Oluwakenga Makadiola of ARM Securities. Round of applause. We also have Mr. Fisayo Fagbemi of Investment One Securities. Round of applause. Please come. They are jury councils for today. We appreciate you for coming. Thank you. Without further ado, the battle is about to begin. There are rules and regulations that govern hackathons everywhere. So the panel of judges will read out to us those rules and regulations. I was actually instructed to give that responsibility to Mrs. Hafsat Rufai, representing the regulatory arm of our business. So she will set the tone for the regulations that govern the X-Kathon. The stage is set for you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. We haven't started judging. Good morning. Good morning. Right. The rules for the X-Kathon. First is that the time frame for the X-Kathon pitch presentation is 3 minutes. Pitch presentations are strictly required to stick to the time frame allotted, and extra time will not be entertained. 3. Any pitch exceeding the allotted time frame will be terminated by the jury protocol. 4. Only the jury panel and jury counsel are allowed to ask the contestants questions. 5. NSE Exco and or council members available are also allowed to ask the contestants questions moderated by the jury panel. 6. The audience are not allowed to ask any questions from the contestants after their pitch on the stage. However, members of the audience are free to consult with the contestants of the pitching area. 7. The judging criteria will be based on the following metrics. Please take note because there are different weights attached to them. The first criterion is delivery, and that has a weight of 1. Solution has also a weight of 1. Customer pain and market size, also a weight of 1. Business model and viability, a weight of 2. Traction and customers, also 2. And the last one, quality of the team, would also attract a weight of 2. Thank you very much.
Can everyone hear me? Okay, perfect. 2019 X-Kathon. No. It's not going to work. 2019 X-Kathon. I think we need to rehearse like 2 more times so we get used to it. Should we? Should we? Yes. Okay. 2019 X-Kathon. I love that energy. I love that energy. So up next, we're going to have a video. And that video is going to take us on the journey of each of our contestants, their team, tell us their stories, and give us there's an interview that was also conducted to sort of give us a glimpse into the journey that has brought us up until this moment, I guess. So the journey so far video will be up next. Thank you.
Co-founder and head of product of Street Beat.
My name is Tony. I'm a co-founder of Grow. I'm the CEO of Evergreen. My name is Basketball. Founder of Naturalland.com. Hi, my name is Tony. I'm a co-founder. I'm a co-founder of London Stock Exchange. Hi, my name is Sarah People. I'm a member of Think Point.
My name is George Simeme. I'm the founder of ThinkFit.
My name is Felix Macedon. I'm the co-founder of Liquid Technologies.
My name is Obi Orainche, and I'm here representing Nine Financial Account.
Hi, I'm Seniola Esson, and I am here floating the initiative called Investors Masterclass.
My name is Nsika John. I'm head Enterprise Innovation of Nigerian Stock Exchange. What inspired the hackathon, the innovation competition, is that, first of all, we said we want to be Africa's preferred exchange hub, and for us, to be preferred means we won't prefer ourselves, our markets, our stakeholders, our investors, and our customers will prefer us. And to achieve that, we know that we have to be bullish, we have to be serious, and so the hackathon is just one of a number of initiatives and action points we put together to achieve that objective.
My name is Felix Macedon. the co-founder of Liquid Technologies. And what we're doing is to provide a platform that provides safe investment opportunities so that people who are interested in fixed income investment, agro-tech investment, can invest and manage all their portfolio in a single place.
My name is George Esumeme. I'm the founder of FinFit. FinFit is here to give 25 million Nigerians financial education. With this, we could have 25 million Nigerians accessing the stock exchange.
My name is Obiora Nche, and I'm here representing NineFinance.com. NineFinance.com is basically a digital investment hub for the capital markets.
So our startup is focused on solving what we have identified as a key issue in the gap between millennials and the investment structure of the country, which is the knowledge gap. So we don't lack infrastructure, we don't lack the technology. What we lack is knowledge. So people have a negative bias towards investing in Nigeria, largely because they really just don't know how things work. So that's the kind of way of providing the knowledge, real-time knowledge.
My name is Henry Edwards. I am the co-founder and head of product of StreetBeat. StreetBeat is a financial marketplace that allows football developers to trade on football clubs and make profits on their trade. StreetBeat merges the love for the passion for football and with also the trading architecture to make you understand financial literacy and growth.
Even before I came in, the ideology of what I had was a little different from what I've seen just this very first day. The lectures have been really insightful. We're just starting off and we need as much guidance as we could possibly get. So even from now, it seems as though my expectations from the event are changing. So right now, what I'm really expecting is a lot of motivation and acceleration and guidance to lead us onto the very next stage of our journey.
Came here with a particular mindset of who can go for our personal items to respond to a lot of things. That also helped us to change our particular understanding of certain things, especially with regard to how you identify your business, how you build the idea of the point where you want. It's not just about getting your ideas from a point of a conception to launching. That different steps you need to go through, identify the customer, dimension in the market, all to the point where you launch and decide to start. Go through each of these steps to find out what way you launch, come up with an idea that is suitable for the market, and when you launch into the market, it's successful. This company was, I think, I love the system you make over the night. I think Google should be behind it. The roundtable discussion with innovators, that was the goal. I'm not sure that's the goal was very good. I think it's been organized in very wonderful way.
The first thing I've learned quite a lot from I've also evaluated some of my startups.
It's been quite interesting. I've seen a couple of perspectives on the EU or around the EU. Different people having different, ideas, around solving problems. So it's been interesting actually just, getting a brand new perspective on what people are working on and hearing from the organizers and the NSE or members of the NSE team, just hearing their own ideas about how the startup should be run and about the strides they've made towards supporting Nigerian startups within the ecosystem. And also just meeting people, so it's been a really interesting experience.
In terms of sustainability and making sure that these ideas become tangible solutions and the ventures become successful ventures, everybody who wins will join our incubation acceleration program. and then we'll work with them because we know that an idea is a pound a penny. What really differentiates successful ventures from non-successful ones? Execution. All right. So we want to work with them to make sure that these ideas are well executed, and then we know that we are the first. This is the first time we are having a hackathon in the capital market. We take that credit, and we are very happy with it. But we are not taking the credit without the responsibility. It also comes with a lot of responsibility in making sure that the objectives we set for ourselves, the expected outcomes are realized. And so we have a very solid plan to work with these startups to make sure that there is benefit for everybody. So for the ventures, they will become successful ventures. For the exchange and the capital market, we deepen the market, ramp up retail participation, especially from young people in the market. And then, of course, for the innovation hub, increase our influence, all right, and our partnership frontiers, by bringing all of these, working with all of these startups. So for us, the future is very bright. Just looking at what has happened in the bootcamp and the mock pitches, and it will be a very good reference point. We can begin from now to say, okay, from this 2019, from this X-Kathon, these are the things that happen in our market. And this is an important, for us, that is an important milestone, and we look forward to building on it.
Clap harder. So our theme this year is millennials' participation in capital markets, and we are proud that most of our businesses are owned or facilitated by millennials. So another round of applause for that. So we're going straight into the pitch session, the very first part of the pitch session. Following our rules and regulations that we heard earlier, every startup, I'm looking at you participants, look back at me. Every participant is expected to pitch within 3 minutes. And we're not joking. 3 minutes is 3 minutes, no Nigerian time. 2019 X-Kathon. I'm going to be surprising you with this thing. You will not see it coming. So be prepared. 2019 X-Kathon. Okay, that's the spirit, guys. So up next, we're going to have our first pitch, first team. But before then, media team, are you with me? So our media team would help you keep to time. Will help you keep to the 3 minutes by playing the applause sound. You just suddenly hear that people are clapping for you from everywhere. It's just going to be like a surprise once your 3 minutes are up. So everything after you say after that applause, anything you say after that applause does not count. Participants, I'm serious though. So I'm sure you must have practiced. Are we ready for 3 minutes? Drew, you agree with me now. Everything after that applause, cancelled. So try to keep to your 3 minutes, please. Our media team will help you keep to the 3 minutes. We will not be warning you. There is no warning because we trust that you're ready. Right? Are we ready? Participants, are we ready? Yes, that's the spirit. 2019 X-Kathon. You guys are on point. I'm proud of you. Thank you. So up next, team Echo Tray will be coming up to pitch for 3 minutes. A round of applause, please, as team Echo Tray is with us here. Echo Tray is a voice-activated stock trading platform that leverages artificial intelligence-powered speech technology. Another round of applause, please. So as soon as your slide comes up, your time starts.
According to Alexander Pei of PayPal, the winners will always be those financial companies that fully embrace technology. My name is Iboba Philip Unduka. I'm the team lead for EcoTrade. It's a sad reality that presently the Nigerian stock exchange market remains inaccessible to about 95% of the Nigerian adult population. This poses a huge potential loss for the Nigerian stock exchange market. In addition to these problems are the insecurities and inefficiencies that exist, such as delayed transaction speed and insecurity. But ladies and gentlemen, in the spirit of innovative technology and collaborative infrastructure, I present to you EcoTrade. EcoTrade is a voice-controlled stock trading platform that leverages artificial intelligence-powered speech technology to initiate transactions on the stock market. We have built a mobile-activated app that enables quicker trades and secure trades associated with the Nigerian native language. Our unique value proposition includes fast trading. We are very concerned with trading because time is money. Our second unique value proposition is native language trading. We are working to democratize access to trading in your preferred native language. Our third unique value proposition is double layer security on our platform. Our traction so far has been quite amazing. We'll be able to reiterate on our product development and leverage different technologies to reach MVP at the moment. Our amazing market validation, as you can see, global market price 25.3 trillion, 72 billion NSE, and 40 million is our subsidiary market. Our business model is very simple. We hope to process about 100 billion worth of transaction. A transaction fee will be valued at 2%, and that will help us reach a revenue of 20 billion. Very quickly, the amazing team of my solution has about 5 years experience in financial development, in business development, financial technology, and also in the investment market. We bring all this experience and exposure to fill the EcoTrade solution. Permit me to end with this. EcoTrade is not just a solution. EcoTrade is not just a company. EcoTrade is a vision. We're therefore open to investment from between $10,000 to $25,000 to help us drive our expansion and strengthen our technical team so that we can achieve this vision together. Thank you very much as we invest in the EcoTrade solution.
Madam judges, are we ready to ask you questions? Okay.
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you so much. Are you here with the team or are you alone? I am here with my team, sir. Can we see the team? Please, can you come forward? Thank you. Okay, I just want to see that you're here with the team. Okay. All right, thank you very much.
I'll go next. So, as I mentioned during the bootcamp, I think the idea is great. What I want to know is, do you actually have an MVP? And when you talk about the traction, are we talking about people that actually manage to use your product? Is it viable already?
Yes, as I was saying, the traction, we are presently at MVP stage, but we have just 2 stockbrokers that are testing. So we've not yet scaled or really gone into the market. We're just reiterating, and we are confident that if the solution is integrated with the necessary essential nodes of the stock market ecosystem, we'll be able to.
Yeah, that's fine. But right now, how many people tested the MVP?
Just two stock. Just 2 stockbrokers. Internal.
Okay, and how many languages are you focusing on?
Oh, as we there's a natural language processing that enables native trading, we are still under development. Okay, just a milestone goal. I have said introduction, but we didn't have enough time.
It's fine to be early stage. I just think you need to be clear about where you are when you're introducing the business.
Very correct. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Will that be all from our jury?
Let's find out your business model, right? In terms of continuity, what are your plans and how many customers are you looking to attract that will say, okay, we have reached a point where the revenue projected will be delivered? How long will that take you to get?
Yes, we are presently confident that if we can scale fast and leverage all the nodes that can support and help the platform, we will be able to onboard up to 23 million echo traders, and we are also hoping to work directly with stock trading platforms already to just integrate our solutions so that it can scale as fast as possible. So thank you very much.
What I mean is, how long, what's your projection? 23 million in the first year? How do you want to do that?
Oh, yes, we have a projection of first milestone goal of having at least 20,000 people on the platform, and then next 2 years we expect that we can scale very fast and reach 2 million, and as much as possible we scale that way. But we are confident that once we can have the first set of people and they can reiterate our solution efficacy, we'll be able to scale as fast as possible. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for the presentation. I think I'll pick up on the points where you mentioned the fact that you're trying to integrate with stock trading platforms. I think that is essential. That is a major value proposition, because what you are speaking to is security, a security solution application, and your ability to integrate with other applications then significantly increases the scope of what you can do. Beyond just stock trading now, it's talking about other applications outside of that. Means you can actually provide a lot of value. I think also you might, if you are not considering, another thing you should be looking at is biometrics as a means of verifying execution. Because we all know that the problem the market has now is identity theft. And if this can be integrated with your model, then you really stand a chance of selling a solution, not just as yourself, but to different, it can be a B2B solution instead of just a B2C. And I think in that significantly increases the scope of your market. So I don't know if that is what you had in mind when you made your projections, but okay, let me just read it.
Yes, we had that in mind, that we would also integrate the fingerprint, but we are focusing on the voice print for now so that we can get millennials to be attracted to something they can just begin to then integrate it. But very confidently, we are sure that we have a large space that we can spread to, as I said, it's very correct.
Okay, I guess that's all from our judges. Jury counsel, please, do you have any questions? Okay.
Okay, thank you. That was a very insightful and nice presentation. I just want to be cautious. It's not really a question. Just to be cautious on the Nigerian lexicon when you are dealing with AI intelligence to build an algorithm for validation and authentication, just the way it's said. We have a lot of challenges with the local language. If you really understand that, not really to master that, even we ourselves. So our correctness or exactness has not passed 75% on global scale, while the English guys will have something as high as 95. So that's something we need to be very cautious of. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, hi, I think that was a great, good presentation, but I have a challenge with your addressable market. So how big, what's your target market and what's your market size?
Yeah, the global market size.
Let's talk about Nigeria.
Nigeria, we know definitely that the Nigerian stock exchange market is valued at
No, I mean in terms of count of customers. So how many?
In terms of what, please?
Count of customers. What's your addressable market size?
Okay, we are expecting to onboard about 23 million Nigerians.
Okay, so my issue with that is VPN is a requirement for onboarding users in your platform, right?
Definitely.
How many VPNs are there in Nigeria right now?
We don't have that data presently, thank you.
So
can you inform us and
people as well? 87 million VPNs in the country.
Thank you very much.
Right? So I think you aiming for 23 million is a bit ambitious, considering this is a product that requires a lot of education. So I think it's something you might need to just rethink and reconsider in terms of the market size.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Secretary. Thank you. Thank you. Round of applause for that. Okay. Participants, that applause. Yeah, that applause is for you guys whenever you exceed 3 minutes. I'm just reiterating so you remember. So just for everyone's information again, our participants have 3 minutes to pitch. Our judges have 5 minutes to ask questions, and our jury council has 2 minutes to ask questions. So once that time is up on any count, we will clap. Not we, I mean, the audience outside of here will clap. So 2019 X-Kathon. Bless you guys. Thank you so much. So up next, we're going to have Team Liquid. Team Liquid, please. Liquid provides a seamless marketplace for fairly literate and expert investors to access carefully selected investments across multiple risk profiles, providing means for them to invest in smaller units and benefit of liquidating, selling, and even illiquid investments. Oh well, that's great. Please confirm that your clicker is working, Liquid team. Okay, perfect. So your time starts now.
What if I told you? What if I told you that you didn't need to walk into 10 banks to get the best rates in treasury bills? What if I also told you that you didn't need to go through the pain and hassle of doing background checks on agrotech companies to invest in them? Or what if I also told you that when you invested in agrotech companies, you pulled cash out before the end of maturity? Liquid, we are the Amazon for safe investments. My name is Felix Mafidon. I'm a co-founder of Liquid Technologies. These questions I asked are fueled by my own personal frustrations, frustration of one of my team members who, in the middle of a very critical surgery, could not get funds to fund the surgery, even though he had investments sitting somewhere in an agrotech company. It's also the frustration of 25 million millennials who, though they have funds, either cannot, for one, invest because the cost of entry into some investments are quite high. There's a lack of secondary market. They can't sell their investments before the time when it matures. They don't have the knowledge, the technical know-how to assess the risk of investments. And they do not want to go through the plenty hassle of having multiple accounts scattered across multiple platform providers. And that is exactly what we're solving at Liquid. A single platform accessible via mobile or web, where you as investors can access a number of investment options across multiple risk profiles in one place. The market size is interesting. For fixed income, CBS data for 2018 shows that 10 trillion went into 10 trillion went through the central bank in terms of treasury bills. 1 trillion is reported by PwC as investments, mostly by millennials, in sports betting. We think that our goal in the first year is to capture 1% of our addressable market, available market, which is about 25 million millennials that have the funds to invest. We have built this product in the last 8 months, and 2 weeks ago, we launched the product in beta, opening all the platforms to access by 40 users. We oversubscribed, so we currently have 115 users in beta who are investing a median of about 400,000 naira. Our business model is simple. We take charges on transactions and subscriptions on certain premium services. Our team cuts across a number of sectors, ranging from technology across investment banking. We're committed and invested people with a cumulative of about 43 years experience, risk and compliance technology, business operations, and marketing. We're asking for the support of partners. We're also asking for a staggered investment of 260 million to capture the market.
Thank you so much, Liquid. Now, judges will ask you questions.
Okay, thank you for an excellent presentation, but I didn't really see the financials. I don't know whether there's somewhere else. So you get 260 million that you should stagger. How do you need the 260? And then what is the financial projection to help just ascertain the viability of this platform?
Okay, I can answer that now. Our stable available market is 25 million people, individuals, who can invest, and we're also targeting corporates, about 10,000 of them. In our first year, we intend to capture 1% of the market, which means that we need to reach 250,000 individuals and about 500 companies. We intend to spend about 56 million this year, in our first year, to capture that market. That revenue for us will come to about 15 billion in the first year. The assumption around that is that if we have 250 users on our platform who are investing about 50,000 naira per person in 1 year minimum, then we should be able to meet those numbers.
What is your fee?
Our fees. First off, our partnership with the agrotech companies, for example, currently gives us 3% average on every transaction that we close with them. We also, for liquidation charges, when you're selling your inventory, we charge a penalty of about 3%, which is pretty much industry standard when you look at platforms like BigUS and the likes. Other charges are selling premiums for the agrotech companies that might want to have some kind of leverage or have ads, have preferential treatment on the platform as well. I also mentioned this. For people who leave their money on the platform, we allow them to benefit 10% of whatever they have in their wallet. With our arrangement with the trustee we are working right now, that gives us about 1% as well on that deposit system. So from our calculation, we get about 2%. Sorry about that. Right.
All right, thank you. I like to delude myself that I'm a millennial. Borderline. So, more or less what you've explained is the fact that this is an investment aggregator.
Absolutely.
And that makes a lot of sense. I think what from your team, it appears that, please could you go to the team slide? It appears that your team is somewhat solid. But what I see as maybe missing, and maybe you can help me out, is some kind of, okay, you have a marketing team, 4 years experience. And I think that is where I think will either make or break your application. That and user experience. Unfortunately, because you're still learning, you just came out of beta, or you're just coming out, it's hard to say whether or not the application is very user-friendly, because ultimately in the end, that's what is going to make or break any investment application. And then your ability to reach this 25 million millennials is my own major concern. I would have liked to see some kind of plan to show how this would have been achieved. Because it's easy to put 25 million out there as an outlet, but then when you now start drilling down to the actual nitty-gritty, the operationalizing of that 25 million, how are you going to do it? Social media, boots on the ground. I know nobody wants to do boots on the ground, but sometimes it's the most effective way, absolutely initial traction. So, for me, it would have been good to actually see those things, besides just building an application, because in the end, just like X-Kathon said, it's the execution that matters, and that really will determine, besides having a great idea, it's also good to know how we will be executed. But besides that, I noticed you also had only corporate fixed income in your profile, and there was a slide that asset classes where you were showing the fees. Yes, you said 0.1% on corporate fixed income. Are you looking to expand that beyond corporate fixed income?
Yes, absolutely. Our intention for the first year is target corporates for fixed income. Because of certain numbers that we have access to.
Okay, so maybe we're not on the same page. When you say corporate fixed income,
treasury bills.
So what I mean is, I'm so sorry to miss it. Is it corporate fixed income instruments, such as maybe say an interest rate driven debt instrument, or CWD driven debt instruments, or are you going to try to market a corporate to invest in fixed income, or what exactly? I just need a clarification on that.
Okay, so what our target is, there are companies who invest in treasury bills at the moment. Right? What they do is they call their banks, as many account managers that they have, and they try to get the best rate. What we're doing is providing an RFQ system where you send
we onboard banks or dealers on our platform. They give us, when a corporate like say Team is a company, they want to invest in treasury bill, they stay on the platform and invest some amount for this period. That request goes to all the banks on our platform. The banks respond with their rates, and then we take the best rate and give it to the customer. That's the intention.
Thank you very much. That's all the time we have for the judges. Jury counsel, any questions? Okay, just one. Thank you.
Nice product, and the technology and the team is great. My question or concern really is around regulation for the sort of investment portfolios you have and the safety of the fund. So I don't think you mentioned agro investment. I'm not sure that field is particularly regulated at the moment. So how do you ensure, so for example, somebody invests in a farm and the farm, there's a pest infestation or catches fire or something. How do you ensure, do you have plans to ensure the investments that have been made by customers on the platform?
Okay, so first off, we carefully profile the agrotech platforms that we bring on our platform. We have a compliance team. Their job is to visit the providers. So right now we have 2 partners. We're closing the third, agro partnerships and farm sponsor. So we have a risk assessment framework that we use in assessing what are the things to look out for when we are to assess the value of the risk. And then secondly, we verify the insurance. Most of them are already insured. So we go to we're going to Axel and said to validate the insurance that they have and see the extent of coverage. And based on our framework, we now decide should we onboard this partner on our platform or not.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Tim Ripley. Up next, we're having. Up next, we have Team Koinja. Team Koinja, are you ready? Please come up, test the presenter to show that it's working. Mr. Adeyemi, on behalf of all millennials, you're a millennial at heart. So is the presenter working? Perfect. So your time starts now.
Hi, good morning. Imagine this for a second. Imagine if you invested all your spare change from all your everyday expenses from the past 1 year. Now hold that thought. The problem as stated by the Enterprise Innovation Hub is that we want to get more millennials to invest in the capital markets. So we conducted a survey to understand why millennials currently are not investing enough in the capital markets. So what we found was that 55% of millennials believe that the reason is because they do not have enough money to invest. Our solution to that is Koinja. Koinja is a micro-investment application that rounds up your change from everyday expenses and transfers the balance to your investment accounts and investors. So for example, you buy coffee for 520 naira. Koinja rounds it up to 600 naira and moves the 8 naira difference to your investment account. So that way, you're accumulating investments without even knowing about it, without feeling it so much. Our survey showed that 3 out of 4 digital natives and millennials will download Koinja. In terms of the market we're looking at, the current market size is 525 billion naira, which represents the total amount of investments by retail investors as of 2018. And the potential market is 4.7 trillion naira, which represents the amount that Nigerians have saved, have invested in low-yielding assets. Our major source of revenue will be interest, will be commission on the interest from the investments. We target it primarily to students and working class professionals. We have other sources of revenue. We have games on the app that will be sponsored by entities. Users will have to pay for those games eventually. And we would have strategic partnerships with banks. We would have access to their APIs to get the debit alerts from your expenses that will round up. And we'll also partner with asset management firms who will actually invest in the funds. Our team, though we bring a wide range of skills to the table, the one thing we all have in common is experience in leading difficult projects in Nigeria and across Africa. We have over 15 years combined experience in software engineering, finance, and project management. We plan to launch our minimum viable product in December, and we'll release the product finally in May 2020 with a series of incremental launches in between. We project that we will need 18 million naira in expenses for the next 1 year to get additional software engineers on the team.
Thank you so much. Judges, please, question.
Thank you. Team Conja for that nice presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I just want to know, so you are now at Peter, where are you?
So right now we're working on the MVP.
MVP. Okay, so I want to ask, how will you, so who does the markup? So I buy something and then something is slapped on it, right? So who does the markup and how do you debit?
Okay, that's a good question. So you have to say you buy coffee for 520 naira. Right? So Coinjar does the markup. Coinjar says, okay, you just bought coffee for 520 naira. Let's add 8 naira, make it 600, and the amount you don't feel. Or you can choose, it can be 10 naira, 100 naira, the amount of nearest 10, nearest 100, nearest 1,000. So Coinjar marks up, and so when your bank statement, you see that line as an expense to Coinjar. And that's actually went to your bank statement. So it's from the bank's API, that's how we know.
Yes, the bank debits for you?
No, the app debit, the app takes the investors.
Okay, so you integrate with a payment processor that debits for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have any concerns, sir?
Since you are still in MVP, right, I'm sure you figure it out. That is not, it's not that straightforward. I'm sure you figure it out as you progress with your MVP. So let's not belabor it. Okay. So, okay, so I need to listen to I need to see your balance, right? To be able to slap something on it. Or is it that your algorithm says slap 10 naira, whatever my balance is?
Okay, so if you don't have enough balance, you just don't take it.
No. So I'm talking about, it's based on your balance that I slap something on it, right? So it's not very easy to listen to my balance after a transaction. A payment processor cannot see my balance. It just does a debit request. And if I have the money, it takes it, but I don't have it, returns an insufficient balance, right? But a bank, for instance, can see. So if you're partnering with a bank, it's easy. But with a processor, it's tricky. Yes.
I think maybe I wasn't very clear. So there's two legs to this. So one is the payment processor. Can you hear me? Okay. So one leg is the payment processor, and one leg is connecting to the bank's API. So how will we get information about your expenses, your balance, all that? That's from the bank's API end. Right? How would actually debit the money from the payment processor end? So there's two different legs to it.
I'm smiling a lot because there are major issues in this design. And privacy concerns will come out of this. Because the question then is, for my thinking is, like I said, the detail is always in the execution, not so much the ideation or design phase. For me to, based on my industry understanding of how things work in the investment space and the finance space, for that debit to happen, and for the bank to be covered in the order of any exposure or legal exposure or risk, I would have to sign off a one-time indemnity to the bank to say I'm authorizing them to this application to debit any amount, right? And I see concerns there. Also because from the market's perspective, you have a trust issue. Because the human beings are going to have to use this application, are going to have to understand that anything can happen to their balance. Whilst they see something now, it can change because your processor is going to debit them and hit them with the debit balance. Which is why X-Kathon is raising all these issues, because it can really affect the adoption of that application. Whilst millennials are new, fresh, everybody wants to download that app and use an app, because it's almost more or less a personal finance app. That's what it is. I see it as being very hard to jump over that single bound. If you can, please tell me. I'll be interested to know how you eventually scale that. Because you're still an MVP. By the time you get to close beta and launch, I'd like to really know how that is done.
Alright, thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you for that. So the reason we ran our survey, one of the primary reasons we ran our survey is because we got this concern from people we spoke to initially that security is a major issue. And actually that's one thing that they said in our survey, in the comments area. They said that once we get security, they're all in. So the slide I had said 3 in 4 people will be willing to download the app. That was what we wanted to drive at that. The security concerns stop you from downloading this app.
Thank you so much. Jury counsel, we can only take one question. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Quickly, I just wanted to say, when you develop for 7.2 million, what then do you want to use execution of 10 million for?
So execution refers to marketing, advertising.
Well, you have a tab, right? Are you going to sink the cost at once, just the 10 million? But I don't think you can actually factor in the 10 million for execution in that lens. You understand? I want you to really look at that. Maybe when you cross the legal issues and you finally get to start, you get this clear. And then again, you have to consider giving the guy a statement. You have to know, how much he's putting in your own app. I hope you have apps where you can actually change statements and all.
Alright, thank you so much, Tim Coinger. That's all we can take. That's actually all we can take. I'm so sorry, please. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, our applause should be louder than the tech applause. Thank you. So up next we have Nigeria Learn. Team Nigeria Learn, please come up. Test the presenter, be sure that it's working. Nigeria Learn is a fully developed and launched social learning platform which combines social media functionalities with the power of e-learning to improve the quality and experience of online course delivery. Okay, guys, are we ready? Perfect. The time starts now.
One of our co-founders is a professional developer, web developer, programmer, but who would believe that he actually left school with a BSc in botany, or who would employ a botanist in this present economy? Now, his personal frustration actually led him into online learning, and today he boasts of having worked with top ICT firms and even developing a startup. The power is in learning. Online learning is the key to the solution. There is the saying, knowledge is power and learning superpower. The online platform we have developed helps bridge the gap in learning and also creates a platform where anybody, anywhere can actually learn whatsoever you wish to learn online. The solution is just to go online. I am Lilian Ubong and I represent Nigeria Learn. The problem we are faced with today is the low participation of millennials in the Nigerian capital market. Do we have a solution for this? Yes, we do, and it is pretty simple. Meet them where they are, give them what they want, and get them to do what is required. We know that we need to get them ready for the future, and that is why we are prepared to give them what they want. The solution here is Nigeria Learn. Nigeria Learn is a platform that combines e-learning with social media qualities to improve the quality of learning in Nigeria. Here are our courses: capital market literacy, Nigerian university courses, and a lot of other courses. Our web portal is nigerialearn.com. The Android app, you can also meet us there. Our strategy is pretty simple: to leverage on the strong brand of the NSE, to get to get social media buzz, and to open up Nigeria Learn to free 2 weeks free online course learning, and then get signed up for the Nigerian learners. The opportunity that awaits us is simple. The global market share represents 325 billion naira, as according to Forbes. But our focus is on the Nigerian market, and with a significant number of Nigerian students, as rated at 1.9 million Nigerian students, we are focusing on the Nigerian market. If we are able to hit our target of 10% in the first year of our launch, which is 380 million naira, based on our calculation of basic cost of cost studies for 2,000 naira per course, they will be focused at hitting 40% by the fourth year, and that will give us 1.52 billion naira, and we'll be home and dry.
Thank you so much to Nigeria Learn. Our judges, please, do you have any questions?
Can we, since you didn't get to it, can we ask about the traction, business model quickly? Do you have any clients and customers?
Sure.
Do you have any customers?
Yes, I'll have
My name is Patrick Obo. We actually have close to 10,000 users now.
Okay, and the business model?
Our business model is to run two types. We have the free courses and the paid courses. For the free courses, we give the users a test of the coding for about 2 weeks, and then allow them to sign up to any of the paid courses after 2 weeks of using.
Okay, and what stage are you at right now in terms of the product? In terms of the product, what's the stage?
Okay, it's fully launched. The platform is available at www.nigerialand.org. Android app is also available on the Google Play Store.
Alright, last thing on my side. It seems very ambitious, 10% of the market in 1 year. Is it ambitious? What is it based off of? What was the thinking assumptions?
There are 24 million users on social media. They spend about 4 hours every day on social media. So our target is to look at 1.9 million Nigerian university students. So if we target 10% of 1.9 million of Nigerian university students, we'll be making about 190,000 subscribers in the first year. Our basic cost is about 2,000 naira. By the time we calculate 2,000 naira against 190,000 students, we'll get 380 million naira in the first year.
2,000 naira is what the revenue you expect?
380 million naira.
No, per person.
2,000 naira per
And
course.
what's the acquisition cost?
Acquisition cost for us is almost minimal because we own the platform. We have the courses we have presently on the platform are developed by our staff. So until we get to a point where we start bringing in outside content creators, then the cost of acquisition will be 50-50. We intend to share the cost of each course with the content creators. They take 50% and we take 50%. But for now, what we have are courses created by our own staff.
I think we're missing the marketing cost, but maybe I'll let someone else ask the questions.
You make a very good point. I mean, the acquisition cost is, it's one thing to have revenue. It's another thing to have profitability and returns, right? It's the cash flow and profitability that sustains as a business. I think you need to do a better job in terms of acquisition cost and define it. Because while social media marketing has no cost actually, I'm very sure of that. The question is the conversion rate. The conversion rate is equally low, right? My concerns, I have a number of concerns which I wrote down. Number one, yes, we said at the trial period. Do you know what the drop-off rate on that trial period is? My expectation is you have some understanding of the behavior now because you are live. So do you have an understanding of what the drop-off rate is? That is, if I have 10 people sign up today on the free period, once the free period ends, what is drop-off rate on that 10?
When we launched, we had about 10,000 per week. Finally had a sign up of over 2,000.
So
people actually paid. Yeah.
So you have 80% drop-off rate. So that means your market sizing. I'm not sure if your market sizing is. What's the size of the market you intend to hit in the first year?
10%, that's 190,000 subscribers.
190,000, which means you must. Okay. I'm just a little.
Yes,
you understand what I'm doing?
Well, this is because
Thank you, thank you. Jury counsel, please, any questions? We can only take one. Any questions? Thank you so much. Thank you, please, a round of applause for Nigeria. Thank you so much. Up next, we have Fantasy Stock Exchange, Team Fantasy Stock Exchange. Please come up, try the presenter, be sure that it's working. Fantasy Stock Exchange is, they trade real stock at real prices using virtual money. Yeah, that's all. It's it. You ready? Okay, perfect. So your time starts now.
Hi, good morning. For every 1,000 naira I loan you, I spend more than 1,000 naira. Why? Opportunity cost. So millennials are saving, but they are not investing. A study by Ned Wallet showed that today's 25-year-old could lose about $3 million if they put their monies into safe investment vehicles like savings accounts, as opposed to the stock market by the time they are retiring. My name is Femi, co-founder of the Fantasy Stock Exchange, aka FSE. Millennials, a study in 2005 showed, core member survey showed about 80% of these people are willing to invest in the stock market. But we have a solution. We are presenting a virtual trading environment which we are combining with competitive gaming. Of the 1.9 million students in Nigerian universities, according to the Nigerian Universities Commission, we plan on focusing on 10% of that population within the first 2 years. Our business model is this. The overarching goal is to educate people, educate students about the stock market and ultimately get them investing. So we intend on running referral programs where we refer students to stockbrokers and collect commissions as they trade. Also, we will have a pay-to-compete tournament for FSE, non-sponsored FSE tournaments, and it's more like winners take all. In our case, winners take 80% and keep the rest. Our team is made up of highly people with expertise, combined 9 years experience across fintech, stockbroking, asset management, and real estate across West Africa. Over the next 1 year, we'll need about 6 million naira. 42% of this money will go into the cost of software development and labor. We intend on appointing student ambassadors across universities, and we intend on also mass producing swags, FSC branded swags, and setting aside budget for quarterly events in these universities. So the next 40 to 41% will be geared towards university level marketing, and the remaining 17% will get us office space and ensure smooth operations. Within the next 2 years, we're looking at 10,000 students, 10,000 active students across 100 universities. So to every millennial in the room, I tell you, saving is good, but investing is better. Secure the bag. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your questions.
Perhaps the name obviously could be responsible for the business model. I'm just wondering how you're going to make money, because the stockbrokers already have online trading platforms, okay? So in terms of sustainability of your project, how do you intend to because it's not a trading platform, so how do you intend to attract and retain your customers, given the fact that the stockbrokers you're hoping to make money from also have their own online trading platform that gives the client access to the market? So they come to you and then they go to the stockbroker to trade. It's not really very efficient in terms of cost to market, access to market for the client. So I just want to understand, how do you plan to attract these guys and then retain them on your platform?
So the goal is not to retain them on the platform. The goal is to get them investing. What we're doing is educating these guys organizing many tournaments, and subsequently referring them to stockbrokers where they've gotten enough information and can go ahead to make to invest with people who have stockbroking licenses, precisely.
I think I heard you say that when students refer investors to stockbrokers, they will share commission. I'm wondering if you're aware of regulatory issues around that and if you have any plans to deal with that.
So we are referring students to stockbrokers. So we're taking the students from scratch. We're educating them about the stock market. We are getting them geared up, organizing amazing competitions, getting them winnings, and subsequently handing them over, referring them to stockbrokers where they can go ahead and trade. I think about it.
So how would you make the income from that?
So for every referral, we will take a commission off it.
You haven't answered my question. So my question is, how do you want to deal with the regulatory issues around that? Are you aware of any regulatory issues around that?
So basically what we are doing is we are working hand in hand with the stockbrokers. So the stockbrokers are the ones giving the keys to the clients, but then back end we have an agreement with them to take just a part of it.
So how many brokers do you currently have?
We're still in development, we haven't launched.
Okay, so in terms of where you're doing your marketing, how many of them have you approached? And how many of them have indicated interest upon which you're now building this platform?
Currently we are in talk with just one. It's still early stages.
We have over 300 stockbrokers. So just by talking to one broker, that's enough condition to build a platform that you can share commission with brokers.
Well, we're barely a month old, so we would definitely engage a lot more.
Alright, thank you so much, Judge.
Sorry, please, just one last comment.
During council permission to let him.
Just, and I promise I'll be brief, I promise. I need to help you out in your business model. Your revenue model can't be commission sharing. Your revenue model needs to be advertising. You need to be an aggregator that pulls potential investors so that when they advertise on your platform, that is the revenue you're going to be making. What you want is to bring in as many potential online traders that have interest in trading and then market advertising to the broker, so that he can then access people that can potentially, by the time the brokerage firm is flashing on their application on the screen, that is advertising. So ultimately an advertising firm, that's what you should look at yourself, right? Not necessarily income sharing, because my regulators from the corner was already telling me something. Okay?
Thank you so much. Do you answer one question? Oh, perfect. Thank you. A round of applause. The 2019 X-Kathon. Okay, so I'm guessing some people are new and they don't know what we are talking about. So let me bring you into the fold. So we have agreed together as one big family that this step we have taken as the NSE incubation hub is going to help make a difference in the capital market. So when we say 2019 X-Kathon, you would reply with making a difference in the capital market. Are we all on the same page? Should we try it again? The 2019 X-Kathon. Making a difference in the capital market. That's the spirit, guys. Thank you so much. Up next, we'll be having the General Manager of SeedSpace Nigeria, Alessia, speak to us about SeedSpace and bootcamp collaboration. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. So thank you very much, Bruce, for this space. I think we just wanted to quickly introduce the collaboration between SeedStars and NSE. So this was our very first collaboration. It was a pleasure to work together during the bootcamp to train our awesome participants. I have to say I've seen some great improvements since the bootcamp, so congratulations to those that pitched already. I think this is going to be the beginning of a pretty interesting collaboration for the participants as well. We're going to be continuing this partnership with their own acceleration. So for the winners, we're going to be working together. You're going to see a lot more of our faces at Seedstars. For those who don't know Seedstars, we are a global company focused on emerging markets. We work with entrepreneurs in 80 different emerging markets. We invest as well, but our focus is really on getting these entrepreneurs ready to get investment. If you need anything, to all the entrepreneurs here or the corporates interested in innovation, I'm going to be around. So pleasure being with you all. Thank you again to NSE, to Zika, Bruce, Oscar. Great working with you guys. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alessia. So as you have noticed, some things are changing. If you're looking at the program, our FinTech Foundation course will be discussed later. And the short break and networking session will also happen later. We'll just go right into the second page session, majorly because we need to catch up on time. And even if we started late, we need you to be here on time. Are we together on this? What cool are we? Yes. So we should just go ahead now. Okay, so same rules apply from the first page session. Participants, please, you have 3 minutes. My media guys are going to let you know when the 3 minutes are up by clapping for you. You just know that the clap is not coming from here, it's coming from somewhere else. Just, you will know, right? So please, keep your pitches to 3 minutes. Our judges will ask you questions for 5 minutes, and our jury counsel, in place of ARM, Securities and Investment Fund, will ask you further questions if there are any. I'm sure members of our audience, if you ever have any questions, you can call contribution. Meet them later when they're done, and just gist with them and network and get to know your businesses better. So can we proceed? Yes, please. Can we proceed? Yes. Thank you. So up next we have Pro. Team Pro, please come up. A round of applause, please. Test the presenter, be sure that it's working. Trope is a micro-investing platform that allows millennials to invest in the Nigerian capital market. Trope fully digitizes the process of onboarding users and trading of securities. So are you ready?
Yes.
The time starts now.
Common statistics. The statistics show that there are estimated 105 million millennials in Nigeria. And while this number sounds interesting, if you dig deeper into these statistics, you'll find out that 63% of these people don't own stocks, and 71% don't own any treasury bills or bonds. From our thesis, we found out that there are 4 major issues. 1 is access, 2nd is fear, 3rd, advice, guidance, and 4th is cost. Of the 105 million millennials, looking at the people that actually earn money, there are about 32 million that earn an aggregate of $80 billion annually. But if you break down those numbers, you find out that these people earn a paltry 43,000 naira monthly, which says that, okay, there should be a low-cost model to invest in. The fear is, what if I lose money? Advice, I don't know what to buy at all. And access is, I don't want to go through any lengthy process of filling forms and walking into a physical brokerage. Our solution is a micro-investing application that allows you to invest in 4,000 plus local securities, stocks, bonds, and also stocks, bonds in the US and 30 plus other countries. It's available on the App Store, Play Store, and on the web. Going back to these issues, our platform allows you to invest with as little as 500 naira in the Nigerian capital markets. It provides a crowdsourced points of information to allow you to become a better and a savvy investor. And also, it eases you into the investment process by allowing you test or demo trade by playing around with the markets with a virtual trading account. And also, it's digitized end-to-end, so you don't need to visit a physical stockbroker to actually start playing in the capital markets. Here are a list of the companies you can invest in. Interesting, you're saying Slack, Airbnb, so we have exposure beyond Nigeria. But the interesting thing is, even before you invest in foreign markets, you have to have a local CHN and a CSTS number. So everybody is throwing around numbers, but the real thing is you cannot really invest more than you earn. So I decided to start back or backtrack a bit and say, okay, there are 32 million millennials that earn an aggregate of 27.9 trillion naira annually. So the goal by year 5 is to get 10% of these millennials investing at least 10% of their earning power, which would infuse 279 billion by year 5 into the markets annually. Our traction, we're a live product. We've processed over 30 million naira within the last 5 months. We've traded over 1.7 million shares, have registered users of 3,000 users, and are growing at 65% month on month. We make money clearly through pass-through fees, white labeling of the technology, and through APIs. The team is a mix of finance guys, startup founders, and also technical people. Desire and Austin have worked in Citibank, Goldman Sachs, IHS Markets, and UBS Investment Bank in the US. I and my co-founder have just built and companies here in Nigeria.
Now then, guys, you remember we had a deal, right? That our club has to be more than the tech club. So can we try that again? Yeah, guys, I see what you are doing. Judges, please, question.
Okay, thank you. Let me just, because in terms of the business model itself, so your platform seeks to make introduction to brokers to be able to trade.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so let me just deal with this, because I'm seeing a lot of platforms trying to do this. The brokers themselves do this. And your platform is almost like secondary to the main platform, which is the brokers. Because if you're not a member of the exchange, you can't route trade directly to the exchange. You have to still go through a broker by regulation. I mean, if you trade internationally, you can do that. But in the local markets, by regulation, you must trade through a broker to be able to buy shares at this point. So the key question will then be, how do you hope to sustain in the long run this sort of relationship, given that the brokers themselves will also want to innovate and probably build a much simpler platform or interface in terms of addressing digital technology for their businesses?
So the first thing is we're an agnostic platform, so you don't really have to be signed up under an ARM Securities or under Sigma Securities. It's just a one-stop. So I need to open a brokerage account. I just go there. If I don't know who to sign up under, automatically select a broker for me. And if I know who I want to sign up with, I can then select the broker that I want to sign up with on that. And aside from that, we're more focused on foundational technology. So at our core, we're a technology company, and building infrastructure on the rails that power the next generation of people investing is the core of the business. The front end, which is just retail investing, is what we do right now, just to drive people into the markets, but the long-term goal is building infrastructure and rails to power the next generation of people investing in the capital markets.
Okay, is that all from the judges? Okay, thank you, judges. Jury counsel, do you have any questions, please?
Please ask questions.
No question at all. We know, but that's why you should have questions. Alright, thank you so much for the show. Round of applause, please. And we have a deal. How come this class, we talked about this. Team Investors Masterclass, please come on stage. Be sure the presenter is working, we're comfortable with it. Investors Masterclass is a free interactive online course on stock market investing accessible via mobile phone and laptop, with short practical lessons curated around Nigerian equities market that walk a novice investor through the basics of stock market investing, the practical steps of buying your first shares, and how to earn money on the stock market. Thank you so much. Symbols of like 3 minutes. The time starts now.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to pivot a bit. I'm going to tell you a personal story. In 2008, I bought my first shares, Zenith Bank, 38 Naira per share, 1,000 units on public offer. In less than a year, I saw those shares dwindle down to about 12 naira. Now, I wasn't alone when this happened. This was the market crash of 2008. 102 million other millennials witnessed this either directly or through their parents. 10 years later, however, in 2018, I put a bulk of my own personal savings back into the stock market. The question is, what was the difference between that skeptic who walked away from the market in 2008 and the person in 2018 who was willing to invest in the market? It was a matter of education and perception. So, I began a personal campaign on social media to interact with millennials, and I discovered that the most recurrent issue that they had was that they just didn't understand the market. They didn't understand things like market cycles, they didn't understand things like capital appreciation. And this was some of the feedback that I got from millennials. People asking questions as basic as, how do I buy shares? Now, this was confirmed. I did further research and I discovered that Business Day had done some research and they realized that 27% of people said they had insufficient knowledge about the market, and 55% of millennials said they lack funds. A lot of these millennials don't know that you can buy shares with as little as 10,000 naira. That's the reality. So I came up with a simple solution. Why don't we teach these millennials? And I began to deliver, I created a course content to teach the basics and began to deliver this in person and online via social media. And the response was fabulous. So following this, I realized that the market was much bigger than something that could be delivered in person. So I realized that it was necessary to take this online. And that's what gave birth to the idea of the Investors Masterclass. A website, right, with a simple business model where we develop a platform, we upload millennial-friendly content online, we promote the content on social media, and we include affiliate links to capital market operators and the NSE. So the market potential is about 22 million Instagram users. That's the people we're targeting. And we're targeting these people for a certain reason. One, we know that they have the disposable income to afford a mobile phone and data. So these are people who are actively using the internet. At the same time, we know that they are used to consuming online content. So if we are creating millennial-friendly content online, we know that they will be able to consume this content. So our revenue stream is very simple. Now we're talking about true disruption here. So with all due respect to the NSE, we can't have 50,000 naira courses to teach millennials how to invest. We have to crash the prices down. That's the premium model that we want to adopt. So we want to use very low cost fees. Now with as little as 5,000 naira for that 22 million users, we have a 110 billion potential revenue. Cut that down to just 1,000 naira, we still have about 22 billion in terms of revenue. We also intend to have paid adverts from all affiliates and CMOs.
Thank you, Mr. Masterclass, for that interesting pitch. So, what stage are you now?
Alright, so the first stage of this project was a social media campaign, which is one of the main components. Now, the second stage is developing the website itself.
What stage are you now?
Yes, so that's the stage that we're at. We're actually developing the website and the core content.
Okay, yeah, so you said you've tested some of these by the personal courses too?
Personal courses and on social media.
Great. So, so I want to see the journey, right, from when I learn from a platform and the point where I now become an active investor in the market. From your MVP, can you take me on that journey? How long does that take?
Okay.
And how many people that learn are you hoping to convert?
Okay, so now the first thing that we're doing is that we're using a freemium approach. What that means is that we're giving away a lot of quality content free of charge, because this is the millennial generation. Information should be relatively cheap or free. So what we did was that on social media, we began to have online classes where people would participate, and we added one extra element, which was that we included an affiliate link to one of the platforms here today, Investment One, because they have an affiliate platform. And people who took the courses would go directly, click the link, and go to the brokerage firm. Now, we had about 120 participants in one of our online classes, and in total, we had about 30 of them who went directly to that link and clicked the link to follow and to open up accounts with the brokerage houses. So that's the stage that we're at right now. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me just say thank you for providing this short course to learning. But my concern is really around the products. Okay, so today the exchange is a multi-asset stock exchange. So it's not just equities that exchange
rates. We have other products like ETLs.
Yes, please.
We have fixed income products. So, in making money, coming back again to your business model. Okay, so how do you plan to retain all these investors, given the fact that your team, I can't seem to see the credibility. The exchange has X-Academy, which is an online, which is our knowledge platform, and we do provide online trading courses as well. So I'm saying you're going to compete with us, so to speak. But I can't see, I still can't see the strength to be able to, for you to be able to sustain the PowerPoint. You can call it costs, but in terms of the relevance of the courses and the credibility to offer those courses, what are your plans?
Yes, thank you very much. So in our ask, our primary ask is the relationship with the NSE, because the NSE gives that credibility. Now, remember the content that we are putting out is very basic content. Because like I said, most of the feedback that we are getting from millennials are very simple things. Things as simple as, how do I claim dividends? How do I claim shares that my parents bought so number of years ago? So this is exactly very technical things, as it were. So in terms of the core technical content, now we have in mind to have affiliation with capital market operators and finance experts who can come online and talk about the core practical content. But in terms of the basic content, we already have that information. Like I said, we have created this course content and we've delivered it in person. So we have a 3-man team. I'm personally the content developer because I've had extensive experience trading in the stock market. Now we have a webmaster who has extensive experience in, he's a full stack developer and has experience in web development. And we have a media expert who is also a filmographer. So that's what we're putting together. And we're using this medium to drive traffic to the brokers. Because like we said, using that social media medium, platform, the example of social media that we had done, we were driving traffic directly to the brokerage through affiliate links.
Thank you so
that's
much.
what we're doing.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you so much, my jury council, for giving us time. Oh, okay. There's one question here.
Thank you. After you pass the knowledge across, you need to also simulate the goal ownership, the return. And I think one thing that we're there people to use anything is how much you eventually get. So I think something like a robo advisor is something you can also try and push forward so that people can play around with that and can give them a kind of simulation and motivation to do it.
Thank you. Please, could I respond to that, please? All right, so we're millennials and it's a millennial generation. Now, one thing that's peculiar about millennials is that they usually look for what you call influencers. They're looking for people who have participated in something, who can tell you about it. I'm a participant in the market. When Learn Africa released dividends a couple of weeks ago, I was one of the recipients. That's real-time information. So I'm part of the market. So when millennials see this, they have that emotional connection. They know that this is real. So you're not just coming to give them some abstract content. You're coming to actually interact with them. So we believe that that will be sufficient emotional tag to get them actually interested in the content. Thank you.
I agree with you. I don't want to take time. But you know it's possible to simulate something that eventually becomes
yes.
Now it's not just a demo, something that you can play through and now say, so we have invested that actually at that time. This is what our question.
Yes, very true.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for the investment master. So up next we have Team King. King is a 100% data-driven online financial advisor. A round of applause as he comes on stage, please. It could be the future PLC and you're not happy. Okay, Team King, your time starts now.
Alright, so first of all, show of hands, how many people in here don't have or own cell phone? That's what it's called. And if you're like me, you have a cell phone, but you don't really know how it works. And frankly, you don't care. Because you went out and you bought a cell phone because you wanted to be able to communicate. And you followed a simple set of predefined instructions to set that your new cell phone up and learn how to use it. And then you made your first call and the rest is history. What if we could actually bring that same level of utility to investing in the stock market? What if we could just present all the complex technical and financial analysis through a simple interface that anyone can learn, just like you learn how to use a cell phone? My name is Obi, and I'm here to talk to you about King. Basically, millennials are not investing in the stock market, and we have two reasons for it. One is a visibility thing. Basically, there are the capital market is much less visible than other competing, I guess, destinations for their money. The second one is a weak digital interface, basically. King is essentially a digital investment experience, starting from the way we market or it communicates with millennials or young investors to onboarding, through account opening, and all the way through the entire actual investing value chain. As a 100% data-driven artificial intelligence, King is the perfect way to start your investing journey. You answer a few simple questions about yourself, you follow simple instructions online, and you set up your portfolio, and you can just go back to your day job and wait for King to let you know when there's something important to do. I'm going to skip all these. Basically, the intention, our goal is to create 100,000 new CSCS accounts over the next 12 months. And of course, looking at that, we started, but we're still a long way to go. We have a long way to go because we've only managed to create a dozen new accounts as of this point. Basically, King makes money from member monthly subscriptions and royalties from brokerage referrals. We have a 3-man team boasting of 30 years of basically of industry relevant experience. Our ask is going to be mostly invested in product development because King is still very much a work in progress. Our very next priority as it's
Thank you so much. Judges, questions, please.
So, would it be apt to call it almost like a boss?
It is in fact a boss.
Okay. You're still in development phase?
No, we actually introduced 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, fantastic. I was looking at your team, and I think the team is where I'm going to focus my comments on.
Yeah.
You all seem to be developers.
No.
Apart from the investment management.
No, well, I'm a technology guy, so I'm a developer, I'm an architect, but he's a market analyst, and the other guy is an investment services developer.
Okay, there's something I'm going to pick out again, and I made a comment about user experience.
Yes.
And I'm maybe to say developers are not always, they tend to focus on the technical stuff, but not so much the user experience. So for me, my own advice to you, having looked at and listened to what you said, is that you need to work on the team in terms of marketing and pitching. You need to have someone who's going to do that. Because beyond just having a good solution, you need to be able to move it to market and have the market adopt it. Then 2 is you definitely need to have someone who has that front office interface. Because it's in having engagement with your markets that you can actually build an application that people will truly engage and truly like.
That's the thing about millennials is that when you talk about digital transformation, you have to transform mentality. You're not just giving them apps or cool web portals or things to go to. You have to transform the way you actually market them as well. And I think
pretty much everybody here will probably know that millennials respond to, they go to certain places, right? So it's not as difficult to market millennials today. It's actually a tech solution to do that. Because you know where to find them. You just need to put the right content in front of them enough times. And so we never actually needed, the part of King is that digital marketing aspect of it. And that never needed a front office, so to say.
Sorry, in terms of users, how many users do you currently have on this platform and what's your target?
Okay. So we have, in terms of, we have a screen here, just as well. So we have over 200 daily users of King itself coming into today. Most of them down, the way the platform works is that you come in as a trial or a preview user, and after your trial period, you can either pay a subscription or the platform downgrades you to a slightly lower access level than what you have, but it's still free. It's free, but you can use it. You can actually invest and continue to do what you're doing if you're doing that. But the truth is, we created over about a dozen new actual CSS accounts for this today. And we have 20 million turnover across these new accounts that we created through this today. We have 5
I've seen it.
Yes.
So where are the accounts domiciled? I'm assuming that domiciled with the brokers.
That's right.
So the first one again comes back to sustainability and viability of your business. So because once the guys have gone to the brokers, they don't have one-on-one dealings with the brokers. So the royalties you collect, I don't know how, just what the regulator is saying, because it's just something that is going to go off sooner or later. I mean, it's being done now, but you know that the NSE have, the SEC, they are looking at how to regulate the fintech industry. And so I'm assuming that in the long term, your income stream will be challenged. So perhaps you might want to look at it again in terms of how we can sustain the revenue. I mean, I think as we said here, so for the general information and for the good of all, because it seems to be the platform is to attack the business of the brokers, you might start looking at the advertising side of the revenue, build a platform that can accommodate as many people as possible, and rebate it based on the advertisement fees. That might be a more sustainable platform.
Yeah, so I can speak to that.
Okay,
you don't want me to actually respond to that?
No, that's not an issue. I just need to be sure that our jury counsel, if our jury counsel has no question, then you can go ahead. No questions? Okay, you have 1 minute to do that.
So that revenue stream is not actually in jeopardy. We are not sharing commissions with brokers. What our approach to this is that we are providing a service to the brokers. We are advertising in that sense, if you look at it that way. And the brokers pay us for advertising. Actually, there's a whole pitch that we can do around the innovation that we put into the advertising model, the digital marketing model that goes through with this. Because the problem we have right now is that we are saying that brokers are responsible for bringing investors to the market, but they're not doing it because it's expensive. So, at the expenses that you're required, if you're going to go put out an entire marketing campaign just to get people to invest, you need to pay a team of people to do it. And you need to spend a lot of money up front. So our platform just lets you do this without paying the money up front. So it's an advertising platform, and we can talk about that in detail.
No, we can't anymore. Bye, guys. Please clap for him. Thank you so much. Thank you. Unfortunately, Team FinFit are not in the building, so they won't be teaching today, but we'll be going straight to Team Street Beat. Team Street B. Please a round of applause for Team Street B. Nice. A round of applause for Street B. Please confirm that the presenter is working. Oh, okay. Team Street Beach are creating a financial market for football lovers to trade and make returns on club matches. Okay, so alright, while we wait. 2019 X-Kathon. I'm so excited that you guys remembered. 2019 X-Kathon.
Making a difference to capital markets.
Please take pictures, post on social media, pay attention to our participants. These guys are not joking, and I feel like somebody here is going to become a PLC sometime in the future. I want to be able to say I met these guys when they were still pitching. So take pictures, take notes of their faces, post, talk about it. Unfortunately, we don't have a hashtag, but you can find us on NSE Nigeria and follow us on social media. Oh, then sorry, we have a hashtag. Hashtag X-Kathon, yes. So if you tweet, if you post, please use the hashtag X-Kathon. X-K-A-T-H-O-N. There are millennials in the building, Abby. Millennials! No, say here, like, represent. Millennials!
Yes.
Thank you. No, you have to respond. There are times where we like to show us, so that's how we do. So please, I'm trusting that with the number of millennials we have in this room, we should be seeing some tweets, some posts. Please tag us, NSE Nigeria, and we'll repost and share where necessary. Are we ready for that pitch, Team Street B? Alright, perfect. Your time starts now.
Good afternoon. Monetize passion, not addiction. Problems: millennials and equities, too technical, high financial entry, lack of confidence in the system. In sport betting, get rich quick mentality, no financial education, immoral and addictive. Our solution is an online financial platform that provides football lovers the opportunity to trade on football clubs and make money, gain financial knowledge. It eliminates odds and betting for trading and earnings. The market opportunity is valued at $2 billion a year. We are looking at 2% online target market, which is valued at $40 million. And by 2023, the internet growth rate will grow by 3%. Our attraction: we launched our MVP in January 2019. We have over 1,000 sign-ups. Over 4,000 club units have been traded on our platform, and over 350 active users. And we've made over 300,000 in both customer payments and deposits. Our business model is through asset management and also through advertisement of data. Our team composed of 3. I am the head of product and also the general street lead. We have a developer who has 7 years experience in software development, and also a digital marketer who has 3 years experience in digital marketing. Our short-term goal is to expand our products and market into the early users in Nigeria. Our mid-term goal is to fight for market share and also look into the African market expansion. We asked for $250,000 in seed fund equity, partnership with the NSE and investment firms to bring trust onto the platform. Our use of funds will go into product improvement, website and mobile app, and also for customer acquisition, marketing efforts, and also to drive revenue. Thank you.
Thank you. Judges, please, questions. Our judges don't have questions.
Judges have.
Just want to look again at the market size. Could you go over it again? If you can quickly go over the market size again.
Okay. Yes, our market size, the total value, we are looking at Nigeria and we are just looking at the online market alone. We are not going to the offline market. So the total value of sport betting industry is valued at $2 billion. That's about 700 billion naira. And then we are targeting 2% of the online market. There are over 10 million online bettors in Nigeria. So we are targeting 2% of that market, which is 200,000 people. Yes. No, equity in terms of in companies. Equity in companies.
So what exactly would be the use of that? How would you utilize that?
We are going to use that to improve our products. Definitely we want to hire more engineers, more front-end developers, more UI, UX engineers, and also we are going to use that major into marketing because of the market we are in now. We are in with big players. We're talking about 1xBet, Bet Nigeria. They have the financial capital, so we need that capital to run marketing, and we are focusing basically on social media, going for millennials on social media who love football.
Okay, sorry. So I see that you see your competition Bet Nigeria and the rest of the competition, right?
Yes.
So you made 300,000. That's what you said. Is that revenue or is that what has been invested on your platform?
We paid 300,000 in terms of customer deposit and also in payment.
Okay, have you made money?
No, we've not made money. We've only been putting money into it in terms of
so
expenses.
How do you make money eventually?
So we tend to make money through asset management. What we've adopted is we adopted the kind of piggyvest model. So we collect. There's a feature we introduce called lock holdings. So when you hold clubs, you can lock it for duration period 30 days and 3 months, 6 months. So when you lock it, you lock in your funds too. So we are using that funds. We will use them through our investment companies. We'll invest them to the market and then get returns there and pay our customers.
I have a number of comments. I'll try to make them here. The market definition, let's go back to that slide, because I think there's a need to really drill down into this. I've used this kind of apps before. I have a securities trading background, and before I started trading, what I started doing was I was going on dummy applications that traded movie stocks. That is, I would make a bet on this movie and see whether it's going to succeed or not. And that's how I learned how to trade. So you're trying to say, okay, this is the football loving market size versus the people that are invested in trading it, not trading the matches, right? I mean, it still makes sense. It sounds like betting, sports betting, somewhat. It's some kind of just an iteration of it, right? Because I'm still trying to understand how this leads to finance per se. Because if it's supposed to help you learn how to invest and bring millennials into the what's it called finance space, I'm not necessarily seeing that connect. Quite alright, to help you understand how to make a bet and place a bet and execute, but in terms of your market definition, I'm not sure your 200,000 is actually, I think it's a little too generous actually, if you ask me. I'm just giving you my own opinion. Then how are you going to make money? I still need to drill down. What exactly is the definition of your income?
How we are going to make money?
Yes.
Like I said earlier, when we collect funds, because we don't use odds. We don't use odds, we use units. So you can, the limited units you can lock on our platform can be 500 units of maybe Barcelona at a certain price. So maybe you are locking it for 30 days. Now you are locking that fund for 30 days. We are going to use the funds, put back into the market, any investment, maybe equities or whatever investment. So at the end of that 30 days, whatever your return, because the fixed returns on that 30 days, and whatever your club trades at the market, they are putting the fixed returns on that price. So whatever we made from the market, from the other investment, the difference, so that's how we make it.
I think that model needs a little more definition, if you ask me. If I'm on this side of the pie, and I'm trying to understand it, then there's maybe a little bit of
All right, let me just advise. I think it's important for you to also include an asset manager as part of your team, so that you do not have undue or unrealistic expectations in terms of the returns of the money you're going to collect. And in doing that, you need to also have a proper risk management framework in place, because you don't want to take this money and then invest in equities. Now that the market is down, in as much as the equity market offers huge return, there are also periods where the market takes a huge beating, like we're currently seeing where there's a mismatch of value and pricing. And so you need to be very cautious when you begin to talk about asset management and investment in equities to be able to pay back fixed and expected deliverables.
Thank you so much, judges. Thank you so much. Jury counsel question? Please. Thank you.
Hi, so I'm still a bit confused. So for example, in Barcelona, are we buying shares in Barcelona, or are we buying shares in the odds that Barcelona might win a match or something? Is it? Can you just walk me, if I was a customer just trying to use your platform, can you just walk me through the process?
No, you are not buying shares in Barcelona, because we understand that there are some clubs. There are some football clubs that are publicly listed, but on our platform, you are not buying. You are just part of the entertainment. So what that does is that the Barcelona on our platform, or the clubs on our platform, only reflects the matches they play. So whatever outcomes on our platform brings on our platform the percentage increase which the market revolves around.
Okay, I'm sure you can make him later to discuss this business further. A round of applause for Street View. I want to commend all our participants for giving the time. I want to also commend our jury counsel. Thank you for the fabulous question. And our judges for keeping the time as well. Please, a round of applause for each and every one of us. Very loud. This clap is for you. Thank you. So next up, we're going to have our judges go to a separate location to compile the results, so they can come back and tell us our winners. The beautiful part about this is that our third position winner is going to get 2 million naira. Our second position winner is going to get 3 million naira. And the best prize and first prize will be 5 million naira. You guys don't sound impressed. It's important to state that 25% of this amount will be given to them in cash, and then 75% will be presented in terms of support services, acceleration with 6 stars, and so much more. Please, a round of applause for our judges to compile this information. So how many of you put your information in an envelope today? Like, somebody went around with an envelope and you put something inside. Paper, yeah. Did you pick? You picked? Okay. So the reason why we did that was because we're going to have a raffle. Are we aware of the raffle? If you're a staff, it does not apply to you. I just thought you should know. If you're part of the team that planned this, including me, we're not going to be part of this raffle. What? Okay, before we talk about if you're a sponsor, no, you can't participate. Participants, I don't know, can participants participate? Oh, okay. What if you're a participant that comes first? You still win the raffle? No, the participation is different. There's participants as in 5 million naira participation. That's interesting. I will invite Bruce first to speak about, before we go ahead and before I talk about the raffle, I'd like to invite Bruce to speak on FinTech Foundation course. Please, a round of applause as Bruce comes to the stage. Mr. Bruce, thank you. Guys, clap. I don't want to have to depend on the same clap, guys. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Bruce as he comes on stage. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. I think, I don't know if it's a matter of tension. That's why we're not having enough for a while. But anyways, we're going to talk about our FinTech Foundation course. So at the Innovation Hub, we run the FinTech Foundation course and the FinTech Masterclass. We discovered that in the marketplace, the capital market hasn't had enough of FinTech penetration. And it's just because FinTechs don't understand the dynamics and the intricacies of capital markets. We can say some of the reasons are probably the capital market is not as open as the banking sector, and a host of other reasons. What we're trying to do is to actually spearhead the entrance of FinTechs into the capital market by giving them access to capital market infrastructure, by giving them know-how, and as well letting the investing populace understand how the market works from a FinTech point of view. Today, it's so easy to pull up your bank app.
Attention, please. The fire alarm you just heard is from 13th floor and has been investigated. Kindly continue your normal activities. Thank you.
Sorry about that. That's one of our safety procedures we're doing. Okay, so if you want to do a transfer, what have you, it's easy to pull up your bank app and off the fly you do it. But in the capital market space, we know that it takes a lot of decision making to even invest, right? And then access, even coming on board is one of the challenge, one hell of a challenge. So what we're trying to do at the Innovation Hub is to demystify all the touch points from the beginning of your experience to the end of that experience and make it seamless, such that in a couple of months' time you can easily pull up your phone and say, let's find the trading at this price. Okay, from market fundamentals, if I buy it, maybe in 3 months' time I can sell and I can make some money. It's like that. Easy for you to just do it and you press buy. And you've got the first bank shares and it's in your wallet. You know, we want to make investing personalized. These are many other sort of ideas around making the capital market more open and friendly. It's what the FinTech course is teaching. We are drawing paradigms from global markets into our local context. And so we started this FinTech course last year, and we had the likes of lawyers, bankers as well, tech developers coming, and it was mind-blowing. A lot of them still come to the Innovation Hub for consultations and discussions. We are opening this course out, and what you have there displayed is we want to make this course democratized online. So if you can go on that URL, you can actually pre-order so that by the time we come online, you have a 10% discount. But beyond that as well, at X-Academy, we are running the FinTech course. It's a bit expensive though, but by virtue of this mandate, we're thinking of making that price more friendly. But the online course will be pocket friendly. However, all said and done, the idea is we want everybody to start seeing the capital market just the way you see your banking experience. That's all. Thank you very much. It happens that I'm co-emceeing this event with Blessing, and without further ado, we planned that we are going to do the raffles, and we have a raffle box here. We hope that everybody picked something from the envelope that was at the entrance. If you didn't, please signify that you did. Oh, everybody picked. Not everybody. Okay, do we still have any more Okay. I think the number, it was a finite number of 200. So some people must have picked, or they picked everything. But let me cross-check, and then if I validate the numbers, what we could do is we could. All right. Please, yes, there are people who haven't picked. Kindly let the brown bag go around. Exchange staff are excluded from this raffle. Brokers are excluded from this raffle. Yes, the reason is because the raffle wins are tied to the capital market. So you don't want to give yourself what you already have. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes. So the idea, because we want to get people who are outside the capital market into the capital market. So pardon us for that. So brokers are excluded, exchange staff are excluded, participants can participate, students amongst us, yes. Our sponsors as well, who are part of the capital market, are excluded, and every other person is included apart from these folks. Thank you very much. Please, can we have the brown bag circulated? Hello? Do we still have any more? Please, some people haven't picked. Yeah. Okay, they are staff. Fantastic. Okay. Listen, do you want to take the raffle? Okay, I will pick it. So, yes, I think you take the raffle. Thank you very much.
Okay, so the prizes for this raffle are two FinTech Foundation courses worth 35 dollars each. We get one FinTech course each. So we have two FinTech courses that are given away, right? And then we have two winners who would win 50K investment cash. You guys don't sound excited. No, please be happy for other people. One day you'll be in a place where they will not going to pay because you have paid. So be excited for them. So to help present the winners of the FinTech Foundation courses, there are two now. Yeah, like one course each. I would like to invite Mr. Sam Data, the Doyen of the NSE, to please come. I'm not allowed to participate because I'm worshiping God. Can you imagine? Okay. Can we have the other microphone, please? So you can pick and then announce whatever you say.
The number here is 253.
Who is with number 253? Don't be shy.
Look at your
Oh, you have to bring it forward. You have to confirm.
Please come here.
You need to be more excited about this meeting. You're the proud winner of a FinTech Foundation course that is worth 75,000 naira. So the Doyen will read out the contents of the letter and then we'll take pictures.
Congratulations. You are a proud winner of this award. Please send your. Okay. sponsored fintech foundation course. That's this I can read the details from it. Congratulations.
You please shake her. Shake her. The level. 5 pictures. We got the pictures. Did we get the pictures? Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. A round of applause for our brilliant team. Okay, so next I will be inviting Mr. Bruce to come pick the second winner of the FinTech Foundation course. Mr. Bruce.
Alright, for full disclosure, I just picked at random. I don't know. Or shall I pick again? Okay. Alright, so we are very transparent here. So the number I have here is number 201. Number 201.
Number 201, anybody?
Number 201.
Okay, so we have to pick another one.
It's going. Number 201 is going. It's gone. Alright. Second one. This number is number 211.
Number 211.
Number 211.
Go on. Let's try to pick it. I should tell you outside.
I think I got the number now. The number here is number 153.
Number 153.
153. You wasn't here. It's not here. Oh, broker.
Good.
Somebody's prayer is actually working. Let's get this number.
Okay.
The number I have is number 122.
Number 122.
Fantastic. Are you sure it's 122 or 155? You have it. It's not upside down. Please, a round of applause for it's a prayer one. Congrats. Can we have it's 122. Alright.
So send somebody to come and collect it. Yes. Add that to the and the floor, each floor. Let them you want to.
Wow. I'm not ready to present this. I'm not ready to present this gift. Anyways, the gift you want is a 50,000 naira investment capital with investment one security.
So would you like to call on the investment one securities representative to come present this gift?
So we have investment one securities here as one of our partners, and this money will be invested. Yeah, so congratulations by the way. So let me invite Mr. Bagumi to present this gift on behalf of the investment.
I just think straight in the pictures.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Investment One and in collaboration with the Stock Exchange, thank you. I appreciate you for the successful giving investment with us. Thank you very much.
Up next, I have to call you back again. Sorry. I have to call you back again. We'll be picking our next raffle winner. A round of applause, please. A round of applause, please.
Okay, the number with me is 257.
Number 257. Nobody? Where?
Number 164.
Number 164.
164.
Guys,
stop praying now. Boys, pray now. The third one. Okay. Number 159.
Number 159.
159.
Ah.
Wow. Fourth one. Okay, maybe this should be 216.
Number 216.
216. Wow.
Are you sure? You check your paper, oh, check it.
You guys really want to pray now. 51. Okay. Number 286.
Number 286.
286. Anybody?
Okay, that's the sixth one. Please, you look at your paper. You like your paper, turn it upside down. Just look at it.
Number 208.
Number 20. Finally!
You got it?
Number 208. Are you sure?
208. Are you there?
Oh, congratulations. We have confirmed that he has the right one. Yes, I will. It's a round of applause. A round of applause. So this, we realize, is a 50,000 naira investment capital with ARM securities. Our ARM representative will be presenting this to you.
Thank you. Congratulations. On behalf of ARM, I'd like to present this to you.
Take the picture again. It is in the envelope. Writing is important. You don't look as excited as I was. No excitement. It's different from thank you. Please, a round of applause for him. Yay, our judges are back. So So we have a winner. We just don't know who the winner is yet. They look really excited. Guys, we have a winner. You're not excited. We have a 5 million naira owner right now in our midst. I don't understand. Why are we not excited? Is this tension? Millionaires are sitting beside us and we're not excited. Please, a round of applause for the future millionaire. Participants, this tension, you're not laughing. The winner could be you. We're super excited and we're about to make the final pick for our raffle winner. Yes, here, security representative, please. Come. Let's pick the final winner for the foundation course.
Number 177.
Number 177. Okay, go on.
Number 161.
Number 161. That's good. You didn't answer on time. Guys, should we let him win? If he should win, say aye. Aye. If he should not win, say nay. The ayes have it. Please come forward. Bring your proof. It's 177 or not 171? 177? Okay, let's give somebody else now, but take pictures still. Just take pictures. Please, shake him. Congratulations. You want another face? Come. Mr. Bruce, please come. Sir, please, just let's do a group picture. You're not taking anything. I will explain, just calm down. Just take a picture with him. Let me hold the mic. Just take it. Group picture. Thank you. A round of applause, that's an award. If we show it up in newspaper now, it's around. We show it, if you put it on the newspaper now, award. Anyway, the reason why we picked the next person, the reason why he did not collect anything, or rather why he collected only picture was because why do you laughing? He already had a sponsor, he had experienced the course already. He already had a sponsored course that is currently ongoing. So he by himself told us that no need. So he wants somebody else to explain. Please give a round of applause. So up next, the next potential winner.
Number 284.
Number 284. Why not forgiving again? Oh, look at your paper.
284.
284 gone.
Number 272. 272.
Is that you? Oh, it's not her. What's happening? Okay, I think this is the one.
Number 237.
237.
237.
Ah. Guys, this is like the 10th one we are picking. Look at your paper. Okay, this is the one now. It looks like this.
Number 163.
Number 163. much. Congratulations. 163, guys. 163. So to present this, can you take a picture with him? Just like it. To present this, we'll be inviting Mr. Bruce to present the foundation for it. Okay. Everybody fine? Guys, applause please. Noise is building and start telling people. So up next, we would like to present certificates, but they will be presented by
So I don't know.
X-Kathon. One of our judges to come up and not really come up, actually from the comfort of your seat, give feedback, general feedback on the presentations and everything that has happened here today, so that our participants can go back better than they pitched, right? Guys, are you excited about this? You're going to get feedback. Yeah. So who will be taking it? Alessia? Alright, you want to talk about Alessia, please?
Okay, so since we spent the whole of the other day talking about pitching, I think I just wanted to mention, I think now you understand why I think that training was so important, because for some of you, sadly, we could not, as a jury, get maybe all the information we needed, and when we are not clear, we cannot, we cannot maybe judge your business the right way, so you have to do justice to your own business, and so really work on your pitching skills, on the clarity of your messages, making sure you've been rehearsing enough. I've seen a lot of improvement for some of the entrepreneurs pitching, so congratulations. I think keep it up. I think the other thing I would want to say is that I've been to so many pitching events, and I've been on the jury side of many events. I can tell you the conversations that happen in these rooms are very tough conversations. And we definitely value every single one of you for the courage you had to come up on stage. And I think for the audience, you understand the kind of courage it takes to come up and pitch. So I hope you all appreciated that. I would say for those that did not win, Zika will also mention that we do believe there's still opportunities to collaborate with C-Stars or with NSE. And do remember, a no here does not mean a no to your business. We know, to the whole future of your business. There are many opportunities. This might not have been the right match, but I would say entrepreneurs know you need to get 10 no's before you get a yes, probably more. So just wanted to make sure you keep that in mind. Thank you all, guys.
Let me just say congratulations to all the participants. Like the CEO said earlier, we believe that you all are winners and you have done a very great, you put on a very great show. But in sense of the competition itself, it's very important to be very precise. First of all, what is key? Because we're looking at ourselves as investors, do I want to invest in this business or not? So
you have to very quickly tell me how you're going to make money as a business, and I will decide whether that money you're going to make is sustainable or not. So if you have ideas around that, you chip it in very quickly. And you tell me how much money are you going to make. So your financial modeling is very key. How much money are we even talking about? Okay, so money has alternatives. So if I'm going to put in 200 million naira or $200 million into your project, so what sort of financial projections am I expecting? Otherwise, I can very quickly say in my head, okay, I'll probably go and buy treasury bills, I'll make more money and have less headache. So you have to very, very quickly tell us that. The other element is your team, which is obviously the team obviously will be the ones to craft strategy. So the strategy is very key. So you need to let us know who the key people are. Don't hide them, and then tell us the key skills that they have. So on the surface, I can very easily know whether these guys are going to be able to deliver on the so-called promises that they're making. But having said all of that, I think you've done fantastically well. The clarity of your thoughts was very precise. Everyone is a winner, so even if you're not announced as #1, I don't think you should kill your dream. You just need to go out and craft it and let the fact that we didn't choose you go away angry and then surprise us. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jim, for those words of encouragement for our contestants. For me, you know, as an innovation hub, every day we're engaging with startups. We are talking to founders, we are talking to people who just want to try the idea. We are talking to all sorts of people every day. So the winners today, of course, we have our prizes for them. But even if you're not a winner today, you're on the 11th floor, you can come talk to us. It's not end game at all. Because this is what we do daily, engaging with startups and then trying to take them forward. And then, like Alicia mentioned, apart from the top 3, we are going to be sending some other ventures within the 10, you know, a link to populate and come for the conversation. All right, apart from the top 3. So it's definitely not end game. And then for us, our concept about innovation is focused on the person. I think we said this in our bootcamp. We use the ideas to just attract the people, because if you have the right kind of person with the right training on entrepreneurship and smart venturing, the person can succeed in a number of ideas. If you don't have the right person, right, if the person is not right or doesn't understand how venturing works, he will not succeed even with the best ideas. Okay, that's the truth. So we are working out something in X-Academy to see if we can offer our online FinTech Foundation, FinTech Masterclass, smart venturing course to everybody that even applied, sent in a video. That's something we are working on. So that we can just support the ecosystem. So that even if you didn't come for our final, you know, hackathon, or you don't even win, you can go and succeed elsewhere. Yeah? We know that VC funding is chasing Nigerian startups. So if you know what to do, you can succeed elsewhere. And we are willing to offer those trainings, you know, online. So just, you have your contacts, when it's ready, when we sort out the details, you know, we'll get across to you. We know it's not easy to venture. It's not easy to even pitch. And so we are congratulating all of you for first of all venturing, and then for coming for this speech. It's not easy. And so, like the CEO said in the morning, you're all winners in your own rights. And we hope to keep in touch. You can go back, fine-tune your idea, understand the market more, and then come back and talk to us. We are always willing to take this forward. Thank you once again.
On my part, I would like to start by congratulating the NSE for this initiative. It's not enough to just be a regulator in the market. but to be one that's interested in the growth and development of the market, that's putting resources towards the growth of the market. I think we should give NSE a round of applause. More specifically, I also think that X-Kathon and his team also deserve a round of applause. In the few hours that we've been here, I've seen that we've not just had a few people talk to us, we've seen you exhibit a number of skills. We've seen you show potentials for engineering some development in our market. Outside the fact that you were able to speak substantially about the capital market, I also saw that you exhibited public speaking skills. And so there are some innate skills that you possess that you probably hadn't practiced before now, but because of a competition, you've been able to hone those skills, and that's very good for all of you who participated in this activity. It's also very delightful that, in addition to the fact that I realized that this is a competition and we are all aiming to get 5 million naira, I have also come to the conclusion that we've got some very good materials in the room. So you've got some good knowledge of the market, of how the financial market works. So it's not enough to say I've got the solution for the market. You can't have solution for the market if you don't understand how the market works. So it's very delightful that I am particularly in this room to see that if you people are taking interest in the market, it could just be because you want to sell your solutions, but for me, it is enlightenment of the young generation. I see some people of my generation, I think, but we're trying to pitch for the young ones to come into the market, and I think there's a lot of room, more room indeed for the younger ones to come into the market, because it's a very long-term market. It's a long-term market, and we believe that in your marketing, in pitching for people to patronize you, you will continuously emphasize that people should set aside money for investment for the long term. We don't want to cost money in the market. I want to encourage all of you. So it's not just about the competition, but the fact that you've got solutions for the market, and some of you have already launched your solutions. I'll encourage all of you to visit the SEC website, to sign on to the sandbox, put in your product on the sandbox, so that someday those of us who are here clapping for you will not turn around to say you're illegal operators in the market. So if that's true, and that's the risk that you've done. So in your own interest, make sure that you fill in the form of the sandbox, and let's start the conversation on how we can integrate it more, integrate it fully into the capital market. Congratulations to all 10 of you, all 9 of you who participated today. One of you was absent. Well done.
Thank you so much, Thank you very, very much. So up next, we noticed that we haven't given our audience a lot of time to speak today. So in case you have any questions, audience, if you have any questions, just indicate. We can only take 2 for our judges. Questions for our judges. Please don't ask me to do that. Doesn't count. Okay, we have one question there. One more person. Okay, we'll take just that one question there. Do remember that you have question or one more person. Alright, that's the only question we'll take then.
That's me. Thank you for this opportunity. I just wanted to ask innovation. So I believe there are several gaps, several insights that we might have still from where you are sitting, and that might not be very apparent to us that are here. So how do we get those information that assist? We might have technical knowledge of implementing solutions, or how do we know what to implement that you need?
All right. So you want to come to 11th floor so that we can have a conversation. We can open up about the pain points in the market. First of all, help you understand the market. Like she said, we can't solve a problem we don't understand. And from following from that conversation, you see the pain points. You even see some of the things you are doing, some directions you are thinking of in terms of taking the market forward.
around the fourth industrial revolution, and that could give you ideas, that could give you precursors to the kind of things we want to focus on and to bring to us to work together on. So I would like to go to the level before. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else wants to answer this question?
I guess the way to look at it, the financial markets around the globe is streamlined in certain ways. Emerging markets, frontier markets, obviously are still far from advanced markets. So if you look at advanced markets and see how they are formed, it will give you an idea as to how the frontier markets, Nigeria for instance, will ultimately form. And so you can very easily identify those gaps, and you can begin, which is essentially what the fintechs are doing with the banking system. And so the operators and the market players, they say you cannot disrupt yourself because you have built systems and processes that have cost you time and money. So typically you want to protect that. And so it's people like you that are outside that understand, so you have to spend a lot of time. So it's important for you to go to X-Academy and spend a lot of time there if you really want to innovate. Okay? When you spend a lot of time there, you understand definitely how financial markets work and how our own markets working. You can just see the gaps very easily. So it's very, very easy for you to be able to innovate to close those gaps.
Thank you very much. You're on my first lead. Okay, so I have a question for you. I know we're here to raise money in a sense, but if you had the opportunity, which do you think is more important, money or access? No, raise up your hand. You answer the question, and then we will now have the conversation. You tell me why you think whatever your option is the more important one. Just 2 people. Okay.
I don't know if the question was actually meant for
money versus access. If you had to pick
in a general sense, if we had to pick one, access.
Why?
The solution that we're providing presently is one that requires, first of all, credibility, right? So the backing of the NSE is a very core component of it. Otherwise, we just become one of the other people on the street, right? So that's a primary interest for us. Money can always be gotten. In truth, in the world of entrepreneurship, money is chasing people. But you just really have to put things together properly. But once you have the access, right, then money can come along. And so that's the way I think about it. I think access is a lot more important.
Are you contradicting opinions? Contradicting opinion. Okay, a round of applause. Okay, we have one contradiction. That's our last opinion for today.
I think as an investor, money is the most important thing. If you have cash with you, you can take on any opportunity that comes. Then at the same time, if you are trying to build this kind of platform, you want assets. It is easier for somebody that said, I have tested it. This is how it looks like. To get an investor than somebody that said, I want to do it. And for you to say, I've tested it, you have invested some amount of money. So without money, you cannot test it. Thank you.
Okay, a round of applause. Does anyone want to tackle that one? Access versus money? Which is more important? Okay, Alessa says access. You guys want to get the money?
I think it's access, to be honest, because money itself, what is money when you think about this? If it mix or medium of exchange. Access allows you to have multiple means of having that money. So for an investor or an innovator, the opportunity like this, right, even if you had all the money to develop your app and you went ahead to develop those apps, this platform that the NSE is providing gives you multiple of those capital that you have invested. So the ease or the pace of recovery of the amount of money you have invested is
will be faster to recover those money. So access will always triumph over any short-term medium of exchange, which is which money provides.
Please, a round of applause for our judges. So we would like to acknowledge again the presence of our CEO, the NSE CEO, Mr. Oscar N. Onyema, OON. Please, a round of applause. So we'd like to invite you on stage, sir, to please present the certificates to our 9 participants. So participants, I'll call your name. I'll call your names. As I call your name, please briskly, with all the energy in you, walk forward, take a picture and shake his hands, and then take a great picture. Something that you can share and be like, I met the CEO. Are we cool? Do we understand? We will have to walk really briskly, like it's going to be fun. Are you ready? Participants, are you ready? Okay. First picture, judges. So Team Echo Trade, please come up. Step forward, please. Team Echo Trade. You have to walk really briskly. As Echo Trade comes up, Team Liquid, please get ready. You can stand up and even come to the side, to my side. So we're quick. Team Liquid, please come this way.
Oh my God, this. Yeah.
Please come real quickly. That way. So the plan is, participants, please look at me. You come in this way, you go out that way. Right? Come. Team Recruit, please. Team Coinja, get ready, please come up. Team Coinja, please come. Team Nigeria Land, follow, please. Team Coinja. Thank you. Real quickly, real quickly. Team Nigeria Land, please wait by this corner. Fantasy Stock Exchange. Team Fantasy Stock Exchange, please come. Real quickly, please. Team Pro. Team Pro, where are you? Team Investors Masterclass. Investors Masterclass. Team King, please. Step forward. Step forward, step forward. Investors Masterclass, your picture. Team King. Team Street Speed. Okay, so and then one of our judges will be announcing the winners. Okay, we have to see. Thank you so much.
I guess this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Okay, so on behalf of the NSE, announce winners of the 2019 X-Kathon. The third position goes to Team Investors Masterclass.
¿Cómo estoy bien? Bien, ajá.
Please share them out. And the second position. Are we ready?
Yes, we are.
Team Truth. Okay, I think you should take a deep breath. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. Is everyone calm?
Yes.
The first position goes to Team Requid. Can we all stand for the champion? Can we all stand for the champion, Team Requid?
We would like all three winners to please come on stage and join the picture. All the winners, please, real quickly. Find a stop, find a stop. Members of our jury panel, please get ready. You're coming up next to join this picture. Our judges, please join them on stage. You'll find your way, I'm sure. Just sorry, you know what, it'll make us scared. We'll find ways. Go closer, closer. Maybe that calls you a little bit, right?
Okay, please move your camera. Hello.
What person can that help? Other members, other finalists, please get ready. Our 9 finalists, please get ready to come on stage and join in this picture.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The founders
Just the founders of each. No, please, we are just please don't go anywhere, please. Only founders.
Don't trade.
Only founders.
So to get ready, our jury council to get ready and join in this picture. Please look like that. 9 founders and the jury council. Yeah, we don't have to stay. I think we can do. There's a space here.
Thank you.
Congratulations to our winners. A round of applause, please. Next, we would like to invite the head of Enterprise Innovation Hub, Mr. X-Kathon, to please give us the closing remarks.
Good afternoon once again. Thank you so much for making this happen. First of all, I'd like to thank the CEO of Nigerian Stock Exchange, Osman Mago, for graciously gracing the occasion. Thank you very much. And of course, our Apex regulator, thank you so much for doing us the honors. All the judges, Jude, Alicia, Badi, our jury council, coming from our partners, ARM and Investment One, all the super teams that presented. I think we deserve another round of applause. Corporate Com, NSE team, all our friends and partners, and of course, Blessings Amen. Please, can you clap for her? This is just the beginning for us, and we are going to be doing this as a yearly event. So we look forward to all of the things that can happen in our market through your participation. Thank you and God bless.
All right, we appreciate everyone for coming to the X-Kathon. This is the first of its kind. We hope the next year is going to be a very, very, very good one. Much, much better than this. Please, nobody should leave yet. We want to give the honors to our jury and the top, the winners of the X-Kathon to exit the building first, and the CEO of the exchange. These people will proceed first before every other member of the audience leaves the hall. Please, our jury, yes. So our jury, the top, the prize winners will accompany our CEO to the floor of the exchange to sound the closing gong for today. So let's give them the honors of taking the procession first, and then we will all follow behind. So please. So yes, all the teams will have the opportunity as well to come to the trading floor. I'm sure you only seen this on TV, but today you'll be on our trading floor and see how it is. And then you'll be present live on the NSE trading floor. We want to thank you very much. Congrats to all of you who are winners. And we hope that at the Innovation Hub, we will have further contact with you, because we believe that all your solutions are valid for the capital market. Thank you very much. Also, please note that as you leave the building, we're giving lunch, so you can eat your lunch just by the left-hand side, outside this hall. Thank you.